Okay, my name is Dayana. So just to give you guys a little bit of intake, when I took Miss Juaneta's course, honestly, guys, she is the best mentor y'all can ask for. I've been mentioning her like left and right, telling people like go with her, go with
You've
her.
done so many people to me, by the
Yeah,
way.
because not
Yeah.
only is she very like she will help you with like financially whatever it is, payment wise. It's quick, straight to the point. It's only 2 weeks. It's very easy compared to other, places. It can be a little bit of more money. What else can I talk about? Her course was very flexible with me. Sometimes I would have school because I don't know about y'all, but like I was in college whenever I was taking her course, so it was kind of hard like juggling back and forth with her course and then having college on the side. So I would recommend like to not procrastinate. I'm not sure if this is y'all's guys' last day, but as soon as
It
y'all
is.
finish, please, I recommend y'all to study and get straight to that exam because that was my mistake. I want to say I maybe waited like what, Miss Juanita, 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, 2 to 3 months. I kept, like I told you guys, I'm gonna be your bugaboo, and I kept texting her. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, then I'm out of town or out the country. I was like, okay, no problem.
It actually took quite a while, and I recommend y'all not to procrastinate that because you will forget the information. Like now that it's like fresh in y'all's mind, still I would recommend to take that exam as quickly as possible. Ms. Juanetta will be there lifelong. She'll be your lifelong mentor. She has stuck with me, like to try to find jobs, how's it's been going, and it's just all very 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 well. Some tips I can take or give y'all for the exam. It's literally the same thing as the practice exams. I'm not sure if y'all still use the NHA website.
Yes, we're gonna actually, after you're done, we're gonna get on there, and it's a little different than how you took it. I want to do it more so. We're gonna be introduced tonight, but I do one-on-ones now after we're over, so we can be one-on-one, so everyone can, kind of see where they're at without having the interference of, someone else, looking at them. So we will be.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the national practice exams that they have in the website where they were very helpful. Miss Juanetta also gives us a little, I'm not sure if you still send that video too, where it gives you like literally the straightforward information. Guys, I promise you by that video, take notes on that video and it will help you a lot. That's, literally the main video that helped me pass that exam. The exam is very easy. Mostly, like I said, all the questions on there, they're based on the practice exams. They just do shuffle them around. Make sure you read carefully. They will try to chip you by adding so much information and then try to throw you off. Um, but yeah, mainly that's it. Like about the course, don't procrastinate it. Take the exam as soon as possible. I know sometimes life can get a little busy, but as soon as you get that over with, it just means a better chance at you finding a job sooner. Um, as
So
far as
what
my
you do on your job? How is that?
as far as my experience at the job, I do now work at Griffles. Griffles is a plasma center, where one goes, donates plasma, they get compensated for that. Um, I would recommend starting, at blood banks, plasma centers, because it's the only places that I've heard that accept with zero experience. They did get back to me fairly quickly. It maybe took them like a week or 2 weeks, and I
Mm-hmm.
but I would say just stay on top of that, submit resumes left and right. Not only that, Miss Winona will also help you find a job if there's any openings. They do have their seasons where it's like they're hiring, and then sometimes it just takes a little longer. Um, so as far as my personal training and how that went, oh my God, I'm a very anxious person. I'm a very shy person. So when I first started, it was very nerve-wracking for me because but prior to this job, I did work at Walmart and it's, nothing compared to something that is medical field wise. So, being with an actual donor is actually like, it's a big deal. Donors sometimes can be a little, how do I say, they can be a little mean sometimes, but once you start getting comfortable with them, making small talk, they'll trust you and before you know it, they'll be like, oh, I want her. They're gonna request you. They'll be like, I want her to stick me. I want her to stick me. But in the beginning, it's just getting comfortable with the machines. And I think the main thing here is confidence. Have confidence for sure. It's if you get too much in your head, it will show and it'll rub off on the donors. They could read you. they could read you. So just make sure you have that confidence, walk in there with all the information you have, and just be friendly and everything will be okay, for sure.
Oh, that's good. So what is your actual job description? What do you do as far as your job, your duties?
So as I mentioned, the plasma centers, you deal with sticking people, and we use a machine that basically does all the work for you. You just kind of stick them, connect them to the machine, and that's it. We don't really go into deep with the order of draw. We only use a
Right.
tiger to get blood samples from donors just to make sure they don't have any HIV, STDs, or anything along those lines. So it's fairly simple. Just stick and you're done.
Good job.
It require a lot of experience.
Right, which is a good start. Therefore, if you move forward and go to a full blank bank lab or full lab, like I tell everybody, then all you got to do is just be reacquainted with the order draw, but it's going to be cheat notes everywhere in the clinic. Okay, that's cool. Does any of you ladies have any questions for Miss Dayana?
No.
No? Okay. Miss Tracy has past experience and she's getting back reunited with the field. So I can understand. What about some of you new?
What you making? Let's be real.
Oh,
Have you gotten a raise yet? Let's talk about this.
Okay, so I do get paid $17 an hour right now, only because I am part-time and I'm still going to college to become a respiratory therapist. The center where I work at, they were very, very, very flexible with me just because I gave them all the hours that they needed during summer, and then because I accommodated to them for a while, they were, fair enough to accommodate with me now that I'm working part-time and allowing me to go to college still. So 17 an hour. But obviously, like, if you're there full-time, I've heard that the raises is there, they actually do raise up within time.
and they give bonuses there. They give bonuses at Griffles.
How do you get a bonus for drawing? How do you get a bonus with that? Oh, you stuck the most amount of people this month. Like, it's not selling cars.
To be quite honest, I think it's just like depending on the center where you work out, they give everyone a bonuses, but it all really depends on how long you've been working there.
Okay, that's cool.
You do get recognized if you get like good sticks and you don't really have a lot of RBC losses in a center. Again, it just all kind of goes based on the center itself. Because
real quick, Dayana. So she said RBC losses, red blood cell losses. So medical terminology wise, do you guys remember what that word could be?
Red blood
concentration.
What?
Red blood cell losses. Red blood cells been destroyed.
No. Hold on.
Lysis, guys.
Yes.
Lysis.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to. It was just a quick drill, real quick, since you brought it up, to let you guys know that this is real life stuff. Okay. Akila asked in the chat, how long have you been there working where you at?
So I started in June 2023, so I want to say give or take it's been like 7-8 months, almost a year. I'm aiming for the year.
Yes, good job. I'm so excited about this. Okay. Anyone else? Any other questions? How many people do you typically, what's your patient ratio, or not only the patient ratio, but how many people would you say you stick a shift?
That's a good question. So if you're in training, they're gonna, Griffles, I know this is only for Griffles that I know of. We're going to give you a log, and this log, I believe it has 25 numbers, and each number you're gonna put a donor's name, and it's basically once you fill those 25 sticks that you've done, you're free to work on your own and you're no longer in training. You do hold 6 donors down per section, and give or take, honestly, it just depends on the days on how many people we stick. Weekends they're packed. Weekdays, they're a little bit more slower. I'd maybe say, just to guess a number right on top of my head, it would be maybe like 30 to 50 people you stick.
Jesus Christ of mercy.
Depending on the busy days.
Good job. I mean, I just wanted them to hear, because you know how it is in the beginning stages when you're learning how to stick and you just get better per one stick,
Yes.
even just in class and sticking on each other.
Yeah.
And, I've always say that you can work 1 week and just sticking people all day and gotten better and better for the week. And I'm almost sure now you're very confident in your sticks, and it's just a go and
Very
come, go and
repetitive.
come.
It's very repetitive. Like once you get your own flow and your own way of working there, it's very repetitive and it'll come to you naturally, like second nature. It's very repetitive.
How long was your training before you finished your 25 sticks?
Um, if I remember correctly, I believe the center gives you a minimum of a month to get comfortable. I believe I took maybe like 2.5 weeks to get those sticks in. And yeah, it all really just depends on you. But again,
Yeah.
like I said, have that confidence, stick through it, and just know that you'll eventually, everything second nature. It'll be second nature to you.
Yeah. And another thing with the plasma centers, are they typically open I know you're part-time, but are they open like early in the morning to very late at night, or is it, like a 8 to 5 type opening?
So Griffles, they're known to always changing and to becoming better. That's why many of my coworkers there have been there like 5+ years, because it's not the same routine. There's always something different. There's always something new to learn. Right now the scheduling, weekdays Monday through Friday is 7 to 7, and then weekends, it's I believe 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays, and then on Sundays it's 7 a.m. to 3.
Okay.
And you get every other weekend off with them. So you work
Yeah.
one weekend and then the other weekend you have off.
Griffles is a good company. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's out of my previous students that is working, 80% of them went to Griffles first, and some of them are still working for Griffles. And that is included in Houston and in Beaumont. I have, I haven't spoke to every single Griffles manager, because they do have a recruiting system that they pretty much go through first. But for those that I do have a relationship with, if I call or email, you needing anyone, and sometimes I do know, depending on the center and depending on you, I have this great student. She, at the time, it just rolls off my tongue, because I know by then what you guys are capable of, and I know what they're looking for. A lot of times too, I have the other center. I'll ask, okay, if you bilingual, because I know he's looking for a lot of bilingual technicians. So, but Griffles is a good company. I was asking her questions just to kind of fulfill you guys in, but I really already knew them. But Griffles is a good company. Like I said, you stay there for the experience. How long do you plan? What's your goals to stay there until you finish school, or?
So really I only went into this phlebotomy area because I needed some sort of medical experience. I do believe if you want to get into that medical field, phlebotomy and working at Griffles or anywhere it is that is, related to phlebotomy is a great like starting way to get into that medical field area. Just stay there, gain experience, and just move your way up, just with any job really. But I don't really plan staying here too long, again, because I am going to school to be a respiratory therapist. And once I put on my resume that I had this as experience, my program at San Jack accepted me because of phlebotomy. So I was blessed to that.
I see. So, everybody has goals. Everybody has, what they want to do. I do get someone to speak every, class, because everyone's journey is different. Everyone, it's just something. But I do want you guys, you ladies, my current students, to kind of see what my other students go through. And honestly, when I ask them to speak, I just say, I don't want to spend too much of your time, but are you available to speak to my students? I don't ask the questions at the start of this Zoom is probably, and then I'm sure you probably knew what I wanted you to talk about, but I never tell anyone what to say. I want it to be pretty much transparent. So you all will know, okay, I did good by picking her, or whatever, to just go through the course, and you can see from someone, and she had no medical experience at all. And so, you just have to be confident, and you have to be ready, because after I do everything that's necessary to help you, it's only for you to do the rest. But other than that, any other questions, ladies, for Miss Dayana?
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
No.
All
no, ma'am.
right.
No,
Well,
but we appreciate you coming.
yeah.
Yes, nice meeting you.
Are you at work or at home?
Oh, I'm at home.
Okay, you just got off.
Yeah.
Oh, you finna go to sleep?
Girl,
Look
yes.
tired.
I'm
No,
exhausted.
you just, like you had a busy day. No problem. Well, I appreciate you again. Of course, I'll continue to text you like I do, which I do, y'all. I'll be like, how's the job going?
Yeah.
What's
She
going
bugs
on?
you.
So, but other than that, enjoy your night, and thank you so much for coming on to share your journey with us.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Thank you.
For having
Thank
me.
you.
Y'all guys have a good night.
Okay.
You too.
Bye.
All right, ladies. So thank you all for just listening to her, because it was between two of my previous students, and